Good afternoon. These are strange times that we're living in. I've never lived in a pandemic before. I'm sure that most of you all have not either. And so there's no handbook that tells us what we're supposed to do. Um, so we're really doing the best that we can. Because of that, I would encourage all of us to make sure that we're in prayer. I would encourage you, first of all, to pray for our president. Our president is having to make some decisions, and unfortunately, no matter what decision he makes, he'll be criticized for it and he'll be praised for it. But he has to make decisions. I would encourage you to pray for our city officials. They too are trying to determine what's best for our city and trying to make decisions to protect the public. And I would encourage us to pray, ask the Lord for wisdom. I would ask that you pray for me as pastor, that I would have wisdom in the decisions that I must make and the wisdom in caring for the flock. I don't just want for you to be cared for spiritually. I also want physical well-being for you as well. And so decisions have to be made. We may not always agree with decisions, but they are done, and we want to be good citizens. We want to obey the law, the ordinances of man, and we want to, of course, obey the law of God. And only when the law of man contradicts the law of God do we obey the law of God. And so in going forward in the days ahead, I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of the plans that we have in place. At the moment, this is what I am thinking about and the path that we're going down. It could change as things change, but at the moment there will be no Sunday services this coming Sunday on March the 22nd. I'm going to do my best to preach on Sunday, either via Facebook Live or YouTube Live, or somehow be able to get something to you on Sunday from the Word of God. So be in prayer about that as we try to make final preparations. There also will not be a service on Wednesday night, the 25th, as we are continuing to follow the request of no public gatherings of 50 or more. At the moment, I am planning on one church service on Sunday the 29th. There'll be no Sunday school, no evening service. There'll be an 11 o'clock service at this time. That is subject to change, but we're going to try to do that. I would, however, ask that if you are in a high-risk category, that you stay at home. And again, we'll try to do our best to record the service and to get that to you, or do some means of live streaming so that you can be a part of the service. So just be in prayer about these things, and we're still waiting to see how things progress. And I want to encourage you with this one thought. In Psalm chapter 56 and verse 3, the psalmist said, "What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee." And I think that's very fitting. That's what I've been thinking about this week. There's so many things that have the potential to make us afraid. Things that we face, and this pandemic is no different. There is the fear, of course, or the possibility of being afraid of getting sick, or somebody that we love becoming sick or contracting this virus. There's always the fear of death, somebody that we're close to or that we care very much about. That's all natural human times of being afraid. Through this, as we know, many places are shutting down. That's putting people out of work. So there is that fear of what do I do to make ends meet? Lost the job. Will I be able to get my job back? All of these things that can cause fear. The loss of income. Maybe your IRA has taken a hit as the stock market has come down, or whatever the case may be. So I want to encourage you, like the psalmist said, what time I am afraid. This is a time where many people are afraid. And he said, I will trust in thee. Now, that's not a careless trust in the fact that we just throw caution to the wind. God never desires that. He is a God that does things decently and in order. He would not want us to be careless in our behavior, nor is it a lack of faith. There's no more a lack of faith than locking our doors at night, taking precautions to keep ourselves safe. The point is to trust the Lord with the resources that He has given us, with what we are able to do, to put our trust in Him, and then to continue to trust Him as we cross into that area that we have no control over. We don't have the resources to take care of. And so let's trust the Lord. He's the only one that can give us victory through this situation. He's the only one that can see us through to meet our needs. Be responsible. Take care of the things that He's given us to take care of, and then trust Him beyond that as it crosses over into those things that we can't take care of. And by all means, pray for one another. If you need anything, please give me a call. My cell phone is 830-719-3273. Please call me or text me. We have people in our church that are willing to go to the store for you if you need somebody to go get something for you. Anything that we can do. If there's a need, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to do what we can to help you out. Okay? I love you all. I'm praying for you, and trust the Lord.